What is going on, everybody? Jake Fantasy Headliners. Hopefully everybody's doing well out there. Here we are breaking down the next NFL playoff game this weekend, talking NFC Championship between the Rams and the Saints, or as I like to call it, a way to piss off an entire fan base in 5 minutes. Because that's really all it takes. Over the past few weeks, it really seems that if I don't pick a team to win, I get lit up in the comment section as if I just said your team sucks. Obviously, your team does not suck. They were in the playoffs, now the NFC Championship. So don't go out there getting all butthurt. It's just my opinion and the way I see things being played out on paper. Now, into the game. This could be a really exciting game to watch. It could be one of these offensive games that really leaves you on the edge of your seat. They've already faced each other twice this season. Yes, only one of them was during the season, which was week 9, but they did also face each other back in the preseason. That's only happened a few times where a team has played, all 3 portions of the season against each other, preseason, regular season, now postseason. Definitely something where these two teams should be pretty familiar with each other. That matchup in week 9 was an offensive explosion. The Saints winning it 45-35. Both quarterbacks combined 737 passing yards, 7 touchdowns. Gurley was somewhat limited to 68 yards and a touchdown on the ground. Cooks kind of went off in his day back in New Orleans, had 114 yards and a touchdown. But the big days, they went to Michael Thomas and Alvin Kamara. Michael Thomas ended up with 12 catches, 211 yards, 1 touchdown, and an awesome rendition of the Joe Horn celebration from years past with the cell phone and the goalpost. Definitely a huge day for Michael Thomas. Kamara, yeah, he just chipped in with 116 total yards, 3 total touchdowns. Definitely a big day for some of the big names. And in that game, they really let them play. There weren't a whole lot of penalties called. In fact, there were only 6 accepted penalties in that game. 4 by the Rams, 2 by the Saints. Definitely a game in which they're going to let them play. I kind of expect a little bit of the same this week. Why, you ask? Well, the same refereeing group that refereed that week 9 game, Bill Vinovich's crew, they're doing it again this week in the NFC Championship. Now, just a little quick fun fact, in the games that the Rams have played, in which Bill Vinovich and his crew have officiated it, they are 0-8 since 2012, and they haven't won in the Superdome since 2007. Definitely a few things going against the Rams. Maybe Vinovich has something out for the Rams. I have no idea, but they don't seem to be too successful with him back there calling the penalties. But it's really difficult, right? The Saints, handled them, I don't want to say easily in the regular season because it was a closer game, but it's really hard to beat a team in the NFL twice in one season. We've seen it a little bit earlier with the Chargers and the Ravens. I mean, the Ravens handled them easily in the regular season. Chargers paid them back there in the playoffs. Really tough to beat a team twice in the NFL. But the Saints at home, I mean, you can't say they're unbeatable, but that's definitely not the place you want to face the Saints. We already know they're an aggressive team as is, but they're the second best team in the NFL on 4th down conversions. They've converted 80% of their 4th down plays on the season, second best in the NFL. These teams have a lot of similarities though, right? We both know they like to score points. They both average over 30 points a game. Both have elite run games. New Orleans, 6th rated run offense. The Rams, 3rd rated offense. And now all of a sudden they have CJ Anderson, who looks like the second coming of Barry Sanders out. Maybe like Jerome Bettis because he's a little bit bigger out there. But, I mean, the running game in LA has been great over the past few weeks. The biggest difference, really, it's on the defensive side of the football. New Orleans, the second best team against the run. The Rams, 23rd. And we already know that defense in New Orleans is a step ahead of that, of the LA Rams as a whole. Now, the Rams, yes, they have Donald and Sue, who are great, great matchups. But can they really contain Kamara and Ingram? And if they can't on the ground, the Rams are really going to struggle in this game. And I don't want to forget the whole postseason, interview you may have seen with Marcus Peters after that last game where, Sean Payton had come out and said, they really wanted to expose Marcus Peters. They found that was the weakest part of the defense that they were going to attack. Peters got emotional and came back and said, I can't wait to meet him again and they can share a bowl of gumbo. Well, the bowl of gumbo is coming this weekend. Can Marcus Peters back it up? He hasn't really done a whole lot this season. And I really expect the New Orleans Saints to try to exploit that matchup once again. Michael Thomas's Twitter handle is Can't Guard Mike, and it is that for a reason. The guy is one of the top receivers in all of football. Doesn't matter who he's matching up against. Now, could that added emotion of Marcus Peters lead to some stupid penalties or some blown coverage? Possibly. I obviously can't see the future, but that's definitely something that could come up in this game. And if these teams are giving up costly penalties or stupid mistakes, it could really limit their chances at winning this football game. It's going to be a high-scoring game. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch. I'm rooting for both teams. Like I said, as an NFL fan, this is definitely going to be one of those games that is intriguing. Now, who do I think wins this game? I'm not going to go against Drew Brees at home in the Superdome with a better defense. Give me that almost 10 times out of 10. I do like the Rams. The Rams have a chance. It's not like this is going to be a blowout going the Saints' way. I do think the Rams have a chance. They've seen it before. If they can capitalize and limit turnovers, kind of get Jared Goff going back into what he was earlier in the season, this game could come down to who makes the fewest mistakes, the fewest turnovers, and maybe even who has the ball last in the fourth quarter. Going to be a lot of fun to watch. Looking forward to it. You probably are too. Enjoy this game this weekend. Hey, it's going to be a lot of fun, a lot of offensive excitement, and I'm looking forward to it. We'll talk to you guys later. Thanks. Have a good one.